Who's leading?
I guess you are.
Hello. I'm Lady Lou, the baby boomer babe. And this is our daily reset for success show. And we're on YouTube and Facebook, and then a whole bunch of different podcast shows like iTunes, Spotify. Who are some of the others, Marion?
Good grief. All of them.
All of them. And this is my co host, Marion LaSalle. She does all the good technical work because we're here together today at my house. Isn't this fun?
Isn't this weird?
Yay.
Seeing us both at the same place? Like
Yay.
literally we're in the physical same place.
Yay. And we're having such a good time. She came up to look at a home, and then it turned out it got sold. So we had a dry run, but we've been here with friends. We invited friends for lunch also because it was a spur of the moment. Tell them what happened, Marion.
Well, we'll get into that. That's our topic today.
That's
is friends.
True. That's true.
It's
I'm
friends.
pushing too quick.
Yeah, she's like, let's go. I'm like, darn.
I'm having so much fun. Oh, but we did have a grand time today. And Marion, for some reason, my computer's not behaving, and we can't get to the daily word. So Marion is going to do something a little bit different. Go, Marion.
All right. So where are we?
Show them the cover.
We are in Montgomery,
Texas.
Mm-hmm. And I know that Lady Lou had a deep relationship with Dr. Joe Vitale, and we picked out his book today, Attract Money Now, because part of our program here is abundance.
Yes.
Right? We're going to be attracting, and money doesn't necessarily mean the green stuff. It could be attracting all types of good things that you might need in your life. But this particular man, if you don't know him, he was in the original Secret movie and the book, The Secret. And he basically went from living on the streets of Houston to being the multimillionaire that he is now. And Lady Lou, she knew him back then and supported him. And I remember him telling the story about how you believed in him and how you thought he was just full of great information and that he needed to share that information. So she supported him when he needed it the most. And so you're a big part of his heart. Every time he sees you, he just goes crazy, and he just loves anything that you have to do. So
he's a dear man. And I believe it was Dallas where he was homeless, not Houston. Because when I met him, he was in Houston, and he and his wife had an apartment and an old beat up car. But he is a prolific author, and I admire that. He can write a book and it goes crazy, Amazon bestsellers and everything. And this particular book is one of his biggies. So she's picked out some things for us to hear today.
Yes, this is actually on page 36, and it's step by step on how to alter how you think, truths and takeaways. All right, so you ready?
Uh-huh.
Limiting beliefs are like thieves in the night. The first step to attracting money is to change your thoughts and address these underlying limiting beliefs. You must have a mindset of wealth before you ever achieve it, because if you don't, you'll find yourself frequently getting close, but never quite achieving your dream. Has that ever happened to you?
Oh, a lot.
Mm-hmm. All of this is like peeling an onion. Every time you work through one layer, another appears. If you don't love yourself, you won't believe that you deserve value in your life. I should spend time on that one, huh? Everybody has that, I'm not good enough, and there's like a layer of that in everybody. Getting past your old beliefs means exposing them to the light of day and examining if and why they're valid. 99.9% of the time, they aren't valid. All of the things preventing you from attracting money can be released right now.
Yes.
Here's the action steps. So you here with me?
Yes.
Reflect on the three key limiting beliefs and write down which ones might be true for you at the moment. because they do change, I'm sure.
Oh, mine do.
As you go through your life, different things happen to you, and you might have different things going on.
Right.
Write down the opposite of the limiting beliefs and reflect on what it feels like to deserve and enjoy money.
Yeah.
Consider other beliefs that may be limiting you from attracting money and reflect on the opposite of those beliefs so you know you deserve money now.
Perfect. And this ties in beautifully with our next session, let's call it, on Monday, tomorrow. We're going to be on live at noon tomorrow. We've already scheduled that one. If you can join us on your lunchtime, it'd be wonderful, but there will be replays, of course. We're going to talk about limiting beliefs, if you will, and the blocks that are causing them. And we're going to talk about how to get rid of them. And we're going to use hypnosis. So the very first session will be Monday, and we'll talk about how to find those limiting beliefs and the blocks. And then the next day, we're going to do some more things on that. Next Monday, it's a weekly thing. You'll have a week to do the homework. Marion doesn't like the word homework, but it's the work that you will do on yourself.
It's the work word. Home is fine. That's the work.
It's the work part. But everybody has to take care of themselves. You're responsible for you. And if you choose to do it, that's wonderful. If you choose not to do it, that's okay. It's your choice. But it's going to be something that each of us can do. And I'll be doing it right along with you. And then I think it's the third week we'll be doing the hypnosis. I haven't figured it out yet. I've already got 3 of them written. But there'll be a 4 weeks. The screen went black. What was that about?
I have no idea.
Well, we're out in the country, of course. Sometimes things like that happen. So anyway, Marion was just insisted that we talk about our day today. We had such a wonderful time. So take it away, Marion.
Okay. Well, I came up here to Lady Lou's to not only visit her, but also to go and look at a piece of property, a house that's in the Montgomery Magnolia area. And my real estate agent is sending me, every time there's a house that has a mother-in-law attached to it in my price range, she sends me an email. So I said, oh, that's one I really want to see. It was all redone.
It was beautiful.
It really was. I mean, I would live in the mother-in-law. That's how nice it was. It was really, really cool. So anyway, we made the appointment for today. Now, this property's been on the market for 6 days. It sold an hour before we got there. So my real estate agent didn't even know it. We showed up at 12 o'clock. We had an appointment, but it was an open house. So she didn't tell anybody. She just, okay, we'll just show up at the start of the open house. Nope, it sold. But, that's okay because I'm not quite ready to move yet. But I wanted to see what was available in my price range.
Perfect.
So it worked out really well. We saw the neighborhood, which was wonderful. We saw how long it would take me to get to Lady Lou's house.
Yay!
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Not bad. Now it's a minimum of an hour because I live on the south side of Houston and she lives on the north side of Conroe. So it's at least an hour.
At least.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, I'd be closer to Dallas where my family lives, my sister and my nieces and my nephews and all the great and wonderful friends I have in the Dallas area. I'd be that much closer to them.
Yay.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
So when we got there, we weren't disappointed that the house was sold. We were only disappointed that we didn't get to go in and see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was beautiful on the outside.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, on the way back, we started talking, and we have friends that live up here, Kent and Renee Miller, and they have a channel here on YouTube as well, and it's Verdiance, and their website is verdiance.com, and they also have a podcast, so if you want, I can get you the link to that. You can go over and check it out. It's really good. It's Kent is channeling information from the other side, And
Ooh.
Renee is what do you call
Transcribing.
it? Transcribing the information that he's getting in his meditations. They're wonderful. We had the opportunity to just be selfish and be here by ourselves. But isn't it more fun with friends? And Lady Lou was talking about this the other day, about you can't just sit back and wait for friends to invite you somewhere. You need to take the initiative and actually do some action if you want to hang out with your friends and have fun like we did today. So tell them about the process that you were going through in your mind about taking the action steps.
Well, when Marion told me, she wrote me a little Facebook note on the way up while she was still driving. I'm sure it was on her phone. Said that Kent and Renee wanted to see her or us today. And when she got here, I said, well, why don't we just invite them for lunch to join us? And we can use it if, in case the meat I was cooking was a corned beef and it had shrunk. I mean, that thing was a big piece. By the time it was mostly cooked, it was about half the size as I started out with. So I said, we can always use the old FHB trick. And Marion gives me this look. Oh, what's FHB? My daddy coined that way back when we lived on the farm, because sometimes we had surprise company for lunch. And if we didn't quite have enough food to go around for everybody, he would just say, well, FHB to the kids, because we were big eaters back then. We were farm hands. And FHB stands for Family Hold Back. So let the guests have their share of the food. And we won't eat quite as much, so it'll stretch. So we did that. Not that we had to, because there was still some left from when we finished. But anyway, everything was just wonderful. And we had such a beautiful lunch with the corned beef and cabbage and potatoes. And Renee brought a beautiful salad. And then I can't wait to tell them what we had for dessert.
I had a root beer float,
which is a brown cow in my book.
And then she had orange soda and calls it what?
Orange cow.
Oh, an orange cow.
Yeah,
okay.
Ice cream with orange pop.
So how did the cow get involved in there?
Ice cream.
Oh,
made from milk, Marion.
Duh. I never heard of that.
Oh, yeah. We called them black cows when we had them with Coke. And I just made it up, brown cows and orange cows, because Marion couldn't fathom what I was talking about, an orange cow.
A root beer float. Now I know what that is, and it was delicious.
Oh, that was our very best dessert. We had a little touch of nostalgia.
It was fun. We had a great time. We laughed. We had, all kinds of wonderful stories that we were telling, and things were really, really rocking and rolling. Lots of smiles and laughter. And if we hadn't taken that step, that action step to actually make it happen, to spend time with our friends, we wouldn't have. And that is the thing that I really want to get across today. I'm going to call myself a groupie, but not the way you think about a groupie. Okay. A groupie for me means I'm going to create a group. I don't want to do it alone.
No.
I can be alone. There's nothing wrong with being alone, and I enjoy my alone time. But I love connecting with people, especially friends that I love and people I want to get to know. So I go out of my way to invite people to come to things. And so I'm a groupie. So that's what happened today. I said, wouldn't it be nice to be able to have our friends with us today? And that's when Lady Lou said, hey, well, let's invite them to lunch. We got plenty. So we did, and we had a great time.
Yes, and we're the people, Marion and I are the kind of people who say the more the merrier. We would rather have more people, and I especially love meeting new people that I have not met before. I know a lot of people are uncomfortable meeting new people, but heck, I'm one of them and they're one of me. By the time they leave this house, we're fast friends. We even got to go out to my orchard and pick oranges and tangerines off of our trees. If anybody else wants some. I can't give them away now, but they're so
delicious.
good.
They're delicious. They're soft, delicious, and they peel easy. They got seeds in them, but boy, I could just spit those seeds out. No big deal. I love them.
She's
Thank
taking
you.
a bag home with her.
Yeah. So good. So good.
Oh, so it's all fun, and you can share. Because I mean, those oranges and tangerines the birds are starting to eat them now. They've been there that long, so we don't want them to go to waste. We share with everyone we know. But that's part of our middle names, share.
Amen. There you go.
Yes.
We don't really have a whole lot today. It's probably going to be a short time with us today, but that's okay. We're getting ready. We're gearing up for tomorrow. Now, tomorrow is the very first day of the hypnosis that we're going. It's like a program that we're going to be doing on Mondays, as Lady Lou talked about. Is there a name for this program that we're
just Prosperity and Abundance Session? We're calling it a session, and it'll be 4 weeks, 4 Mondays in a row, and we'll progress through the removal of the blocks into the hypnosis and a whole bunch of other good stuff that we can reprogram our mind with. Yeah, because if you I think it's the universe loves a vacuum. So if you clean out your closets or clean out your mind, in this case, the universe will bring in new things, and it's always better than what you had. So we're going to reprogram our minds for prosperity and abundance, whatever that looks like to each of us. So most of us are going to want money. I know I do, because I got bills to pay too. And without money, it's stressful. So we will be working not strictly, but we will be working with money. And you can work with anything you choose. It doesn't have to be just the money. You can insert your own words as we do the hypnosis. And it's so easy. I do all the work for you.
Now, here's something to consider. Lady Lou will work with you one-on-one. She definitely can take clients one-on-one and work with you on Zoom, no matter where you are in the country. As long as you have good, strong internet, she can see you, you can see her, just like we're doing today. She uses Zoom, and she can work with you as a private client. But we're going to start off with a group. We're all going to be doing this together. But if you like what you see and you want a personal, professional session with her, I'm gonna tell you how you can get a hold of her. So if you go to patreon.com/thebabyboomerbabe, that's the THE baby BABY, boomer BOOMER, babe BABE. That's for the people that are listening on podcasts.
That's right.
You can reach Lady Lou that way, and she'd be happy to talk to you about the process.
Yes.
I think this group idea that we're doing
is a good one.
Yes, it's a way for you to get introduced into hypnosis, and a way for you to get introduced into allowing prosperity and abundance to come into your world, to come into your life. And we can't stress enough that we're not talking about indulgence like Mercedes and whatever it is. That we're not saying that we're against that or anything, but what we're talking about is abundance, where you feel you deserve and you can attract anything that you want in your life. So
even love, relationships,
abundance is just wonderful. So be thinking about that. That's Monday, the 20th of January. And this, I know there's replays, so if you're listening to this later, that's okay. There's plenty of time.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing sad's going on here. We got plenty of time.
And when we do the replay on the actual hypnosis session, you can listen to that 16 times if you want to, because sometimes it doesn't all go away with one session. So this will be recorded, and you can listen to it again and again until all of that junk in your mind has been removed, all those blocks.
Can I tell them my donut story?
Yes, I love this story.
Okay, so imagine this. I am going to Unity, and I'm taking a class on NLP. So it's called Neuro-Linguistic Programming. and I'm in a class to become certified. So my teacher, he was fantastic. He's really great. He's a hypnotist as well. He has me sit in the hot seat. He asked for a volunteer, and I volunteered. Sure. So I'm sitting down. He goes, "Okay, what's your problem? What you want to work on today?" And I said, "Well, I've got an addiction to donuts. I'm sorry. I can't pass up a a donut, okay? In the grocery store, you know how they have the donuts on the side there, yeah, I can't pass it by. I can't pass by a Shipley's or, I just have to have a donut. Every time I see one, I have to have it. So he goes, "Okay, no problem." So he puts me in a deep, relaxation state, and he says, "Okay, now close your eyes." He said, "Now I want you to think about your favorite donut." So it's just warm and it's coming out of the oven, and to me it's a glazed donut. Okay, and I'm starting to drool now already, like, oh, warm, fresh out of the oven, is soft, and oh, okay. And so I'm seeing this, I'm feeling it. That's the big one.
Yep.
I'm feeling it.
Yep.
I'm tasting it. I'm drooling. Then he says, "Okay, now I want you to pretend like you're swimming in it. Okay, just start swimming in the donuts. Oh, you're just swimming in, you're swimming in the donuts." And I really am seeing myself like he was really good. I could literally see, feel, taste, smell. I could just, it was wonderful. And then he says, "Okay, now, Marian, one of those donuts is wrapped around your stomach and is starting to squeeze you. And it's squeezing you so hard, it's starting to hurt you. And it's really, and it's suffocating you. And I literally started panting and freaking out. And I could feel that pain. And by the time the session was over, I had no more desire for donuts. Isn't that the craziest thing? Literally, you could put a donut in front of me right now, and I would probably say no thanks.
No appeal.
I mean, I could eat it if I want to, but no. Now that was a success, okay? And that's how fast it can happen.
And how easy.
If you're open to it and you really have a desire to change or to bring in, like she said, clean out your closets and bring in other things that are better for you, it can happen.
Yes.
So we're going to start with prosperity and abundance, but we're going to move into other things like, healthier weight and habits. And there's a lot of different things that are going on. Okay. So be sure and join us. It's going to be every Monday for 4 weeks. Excuse me. Anything you want to add before we close for today?
Well, we thank you for being here, even if you're on the replay. And we're just delighted that it's been such a fun time with you. We just get rejuvenated. I was kind of pooped when I came here because I've been down to the orchard, and it's back. When you come back to the house, it's uphill. And I'm still kind of getting back my strength from all that crazy health stuff I had last year. So I walked back in here getting ready to do the show. I said, "I'm tired." And now I'm not. I'm all rejuvenated. So that's what the show does for us. And I think maybe it would help you to do this regularly. You don't have to watch on the live ones. Just grab us on the replay as often as you can and laugh with us and feel the energy that comes through the screen, because we're sending that energy to you. You just don't know it, but it's coming to you. And we love doing that for you. And we thank you again for sharing with us.
Oh, that feels good, doesn't it?
It does.
She knows how to love and love hard. It's awesome. It's awesome. Just take it in.
Take it in.
Take it in. Well, thank you. Thanks again for coming and hanging out with us. And if you're needing a reset, now's the time. That's okay.
I forgot to turn the phone off.
All right. It's all right. Now's the time. Reset your life. Hang out with us. We'll show you how. Who did your call from?
I don't know. We'll just let the machine pick it up.
Pretty soon, huh?
I don't know who it is.
Pretty soon it'll stop.
Oh, yeah.
It'll stop.
It does 2 or 3 times, and then it stops. Sorry about that. It's life, real life in the country.
Real life. That's right. So join us again We look forward to hearing from you. Please let us know if you have any topics that you'd like us to investigate and work on. We'd be happy to do that. We will see you, or you can hear us on YouTube, Facebook, and any podcast platform that you might run into. All right. See you again soon.
Thank you.
Now, I want you to be good and create a fantastic day for yourself.
Yes, like we did and still are. Take care. Bye.